day, on a clear day, you can see forever and ever and ever. Stars, we know that King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla are struggling with their Australia trip. All the time that King Charles had to prepare, and he's still getting it wrong. The connection with the people of the Commonwealth is just not there. And I think that he's a victim of believing that the title makes the person rather than the person making the title. He thought Princess Diana was popular because she was his wife. She was married to him and was the Princess of Wales. When Diana continued to be popular after their divorce, he wanted her reputation destroyed and then conferred on his perfect tampon, Camilla. They had to wait for this. Camilla could be called Duchess of Cornwall, but her real title was actually Princess of Wales. So when did Kate get the title Princess of Wales? Because that title should rightly have gone to Camilla at some point. And what is the Cornwall Duchy? Prince Charles has always been Prince Charles. So was Camilla ever Princess Camilla? In any case, this is why they don't know what to do with Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, and why they don't understand why Kate and William, but especially William, aren't automatically drawing attention as the new Prince and Princess of Wales. His personal and public downfall, what some might consider his tragedy, especially currently in Australia, is that the late Queen Elizabeth did not trust him enough to delegate substantially. I think all her potential heirs were a disappointment to her, and you can't blame her one bit. Look at Andrew. Look at Charles. Look at Edward. I didn't even know he existed until about a year ago. All of their wives, with the exception of Princess Diana, Princess Anne seems to be like the only one that has a decent work ethic, who isn't an obvious weirdo or a clumsy racist. I'm not going to say she's not one, but she don't do what the lately disappeared Princess of Michael has done, which is to be photographed and provide evidence of your racism. So tacky. I think those of us who are not royalists can still admire Queen Elizabeth's commitment and the considerable personal sacrifices she made to honor her duty to the crown. Most of her children have been petulant, self-serving, if not perverted, and quick to ignore the law, the church, and basic morality to get just what they wanted. Charles has always been inconsequential and embarrassing. Tampon gate? Really, bro? And that was the earlier iteration of phone tapping, wire tapping, that Charles has been perfectly happy to see his son, Prince Harry, a victim of. Charles is too stupid to realize that riding around in a golden coach, flying in a private jet, all these rich behaviors only emphasize Charles's total irrelevance and his ludicrous privilege in the face of regular tax-paying Britons who cannot pay for heat, cannot access health care, certainly not the cancer care in a timely fashion that Princess Kate and King Charles himself have enjoyed with their private money and public tax wealth. As Diana's brother said in his eulogy, Diana needed no royal title to generate her particular brand of magic. All these welfare royals living off the public purse while still sitting on all of that global real estate, all those looted jewels, and all kinds of real estate and other kinds of wealth, they're eclipsed by anybody who has real star power. And that includes Princess Diana, Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, likely their children, right? Real star power makes the welfare royals resent them. And they still, the Prince Williams and the Kates, still feel like they deserve the adoration. They should have the charisma. And if only they elbowed the others out of the way, they would get it. That's not how it works. Your character is evident in the way that you look, the way you treat other people, the way you can or can't empathize with people, or even catch or throw a ball. Squabbling and backstabbing and putting your solicitors and Kensington Palace weasel press aides and those sneaky masters of toxic British media, setting them after your brother and his wife. It's tacky, it's obvious, and nobody likes it. And they probably don't like you, right? Any attempt at rebranding like this incredible Massengill Summer's Eve commercial mixed with, any of the sequels to Twilight, it just seems undignified because it's disingenuous and manipulative, right? Contrived, choreographed, instead of keeping it real, right? All these like fuzzy, filtered images, playing card games and such with Kate's parents and excluding Charles and Camilla, right? Obviously, Charles and Camilla aren't going to be cool with it. They're conservative. They've been brought up with a mindset that they would not be rolling around and frolicking on camera on a beach. Princess Diana was charity-oriented. That was her personality. But Kate and William are not Diana. Charles and Camilla won't behave like Princess Diana, but they do see themselves as more dignified, and they're actually on the throne, so their skepticism makes sense. It's just that, somehow the press feels comfortable getting after the younger royals, right? Old Richard Eden, spilling his venom in the Daily Mail, quotes friends of Charles and Camilla saying, "Hell would freeze over before the king and queen would be filmed frolicking on a beach." That it's undignified, right? Also, one of Charles and Camilla's friends say that if it were Princess Diana, she would have reached out to other cancer sufferers if she had been in that position. Yeah. And I think we only just got Kate hugging one cancer suffering girl. That's not the only person in the UK or the Commonwealth who is or was struggling with cancer. It seemed like a last minute, no press conference, no questions, no pre-arrangement. It seemed like a desperate last minute arrangement to combat the recent public work by Prince Harry and public appearances by Princess Meghan, right? Counter-programming, if you will. But for Charles and Camilla to be so critical feels like, maybe there's some new trouble brewing behind the scenes, right? Manipulative Kate film. What a thing to say, right? It's more dog and pony phony show, as perhaps Harry would say, but the crazy thing is they still managed to drag Princess Meghan into their discussion. They always find a way because that's where the clicks and views come from, right? All this speculation about how Meghan would have handled things. And, Meghan is thousands of miles away doing good work for the hardworking people of the world as well as California. And we love to see it. It would be great. And I think you can see some evidence that Kate and William are inspired by Harry and Meghan's example. But yeah, in the toxic Daily Mail, Richard Eden places a column. Let's not even call it an article. What palace insiders tell me about Kate's manipulative film and why I'm deeply concerned about the Wales' PR direction. Everyone close to the royal family is delighted that the Princess of Wales has completed her chemotherapy treatment, preventative chemotherapy, for a cancer that had been present. They are hopeful that she remains in remission from an unnamed form of cancer. Is it remission if cancer had been present and it's preventative chemo? In any case, the super slick video that Kensington Palace released on Monday to broadcast the welcome update on Kate's health has divided opinion among courtiers and provoked a scathing backlash from some friends of King Charles and Queen Camilla. Their Majesties haven't yet commented on the extraordinary 3-minute film made by Will Warr, who earns most of his money from shooting advertising campaigns for companies including supermarket giant Tesco and delivery service Uber Eats. It showed Prince William and Kate Middleton frolicking on the beach and in woods in Norfolk with their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. But the highly stylized video certainly laid bare how radically different Prince William and Kate's approach to communications has become from the more traditional methods favored by King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla, and certainly Queen Elizabeth before them. Notably, while Kate's parents, Michael and Carol Middleton, they who have suffered so much public humiliation through business bankruptcy, are shown playing cards with their grandchildren at what appears to be Anmer Hall, the Prince and Princess's home on the King's Sandringham estate. King Charles and Queen Consort Camilla are nowhere to be seen in the video. Some of the monarch's friends are critical. One told me, "There's no coincidence that the Middletons appear in it and not the King and Queen Consort. I can assure you that Charles and Camilla will not be filmed kissing each other on a beach, as William and Kate were, until hell freezes over. It's distinctly unregal." I spoke to another insider who was even more scathing. "All that lying around, hugging and kissing, they're not soppy teenagers," they said. "It felt manipulative. It's the sort of thing that Meghan would make." All the time, effort and expense put into making the video could have been much better spent elsewhere. Why not visit other women being treated for cancer? That's what Princess Diana would have done. While the film delighted and shocked viewers in equal measure, is that lady from Twilight getting her lawyer on the phone for copyright infringement? It's not the first time that Kensington Palace's media team have released this sort of glossy extravaganza on social media. In May last year, the Waleses posted a 5-minute film about the coronation that included behind-the-scenes footage of William and Kate as they prepared for the King's big day. And again, their children featured extensively. And last December, the couple's team posted a similarly airbrushed review of the year. At the time, I voiced my concerns about the strategy, which is being masterminded by Lee Thompson, Chief Weasel, who was appointed as their PR Chief Weasel in 2022. He is said to have been tasked
with boosting the couple's profile on social media, where they have 16.8 purchased bot farm followers on Instagram. In his previous job at top U.S. network CNBC. Top? No, it's cable. Thompson is said to have increased CNBC's YouTube audience by a staggering 600%, probably with the help of Pakistani and Russian bot farms. So cheap! His appointment came after the couple faced criticism, unfair in my view, for what was described as a tone-deaf tour of the West Indies in March 2022. Well, I think racist is the word you're probably too shy to say. You know, the way that Kate treated Meghan and the way those photos from the Caribbean tour looked, it looked racist. Let's be honest. Speaking on the Mail's hit royal talk show, Palace Confidential, last December, I remarked, Kensington Palace going down this route of the Hollywood-style video does make me quite uneasy. William and Kate are vulnerable to PR people who want them to be these slick celebrities. That's not what the royal family is. It's important to make that distinction. Even though I think the latest video is very sweet, I stand by those comments now. William and Kate don't need to be Instagram royals, hungry for likes and engagement online. They should follow the example of Queen Elizabeth. The late Queen was always keen to keep up to date with the latest technology, but at the same time maintain the dignity of the monarchy. I'm sure that she would have done as Catherine did with her statement in March following her cancer diagnosis, and perhaps release a simple video updating the nation on her health. But no more than that! A Buckingham Palace spokesman declines to comment. As after the release of Catherine's video, a spokesman said, Their Majesties consider the details in the announcement to be wonderful news, and will continue to offer all love, thoughts, and support to the princess on her continued path to full recovery. A Kensington Palace spokesman declined to comment on why the Middletons featured in the video, but not their Majesties. Well, he's very heated. Camilla's pal. He's upset that fine piece of glossy, glowy, supernatural film was produced and left out the king and queen consort. Boo hoo hoo. Richard Eden is crying into his morning crumpet, and we feel his pain. Oh no. If only the left behind welfare royals could do better.